And welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the build. I'll give you a little bit of update on what I've done. You won't be seeing too much of my ugly face because I'm just going to be showing you and walking you around. So let's go. So, of course, there's a little better picture of the tires. Pretty meaty. There's the little 29 all-terrains that I've got on there right now, and these are my 33-inch mud terrains. I'm going to be calling these 33s, even though they aren't quite there. They're about a 32.7, 32.8 size, but they might as well be 33s if I'm trying to wedge these things underneath the Chevy Cruze. And here's the car. I have pulled the engine and transmission out of it, of course, as you can tell. I went ahead and pulled the entire front end off the car, including the reinforcement bar that runs across the front. That was a little frustrating. Show you guys what I had to do. There are 2 bolts over there on that, and 2 bolts over here, which would be like the frame horn of the car. So you've got 8 bolts total, 4 on each side. And the bar was loose. I could actually move it up and down, and it felt like it wanted to come out. I tried hammering on it, and it didn't want to come out. And I'm like, okay, there's got to be a trick to this. So, of course, good old Google pulled it up, and apparently during the manufacturing process, there are spot welds that hold this in before they bolt it in. So you've actually got 4 that you'll have to drill out on the passenger side, and on the driver's side, you'll have 3. There's only 1 on that side, and then you've got the 2 there. So that was a little frustrating, but man, that made all the difference on getting access to everything. And I could just walk right up to the engine bay and bam, there you are. So it's pretty cool. My garage is an absolute mess because I just work in a messy environment sometimes, so don't judge. I did pull the spindles and the axles out of the system. I've still got the brake calipers hanging, but those are going to be getting pulled off here pretty soon. I went ahead and today I got new brake calipers for the Impala. I've got brake pads and rotors, and the calipers, I kind of want your guys' opinion. Should I paint the calipers red, or should I just leave them the silver that they are from the factory? I'm debating on it. Kind of want to paint them, but at the same time, I don't. So, what do you guys think on that? I'd really love some opinions. If I do paint them, they're going to be red because that's my color that I like a whole lot. So to walk around here, you will see the Cruze transmission and engine assembly that I pulled all out as one. You can see the orange engine block in there where I painted it a while back. And then here's the LFX motor, and I ended up having to separate that, which wasn't too terribly bad with it out of the car. Separate the engine and trans from it. There's the transmission, and the reason I went ahead and pulled that apart without dropping it in as a whole is I'm actually going to be putting a limited slip differential insert into the car. I did some research. I was originally going to go with an eBay version, and there was a lot of mixed reviews about them. The metal quality was kind of crap. The spring rate was not consistent, and all the work that I'm doing to this thing, I also found another company called Traction Concepts, and I went ahead and decided to go with them. They've been in business for quite some time. I had talked with them quite a bit through email. They seemed very, very knowledgeable, and they were very responsive for most everything. Actually talked with them on the phone as I had a whole bunch of questions. So just as I'm learning how all this stuff works, you can see the springs inside of there. This thing's practically a grenade. There's the pin that you have to pull. This is the heavy duty version that's going to go inside of it. They offer a standard and a heavy duty. I went ahead and went with a heavy duty because I'm going to go full send with this car. So that's going to go to a trans shop. Is actually a mutual customer of mine, and he's going to actually pull this thing apart for me for a very good price, and I am perfectly fine with that because I hate pulling apart automatic transmissions. The first gen of the 6T70 was quite easy to get to the differential. There's a kind of a little back plate that you have to pull off, and you've got access to it right there. The second gen, which is what I have here, you have to disassemble quite a bit of the internals in order to gain access to the differential. So I'm going to have him do that. He's going to hand me the differential over. The axle gears, from what I see, do have a lip on them, and I'm going to have to machine those down. I may be having to take it by a machine shop, but I've got some a little bit of rigging on a brake lathe that I believe I can make work, and actually just lathe the front of the gear face down to where that's going to mate against it with quite a bit more surface area to kind of get that working like it's supposed to. And yeah, that's pretty much the update for now. It's coming along. I'm doing a lot more than I should. I just recently had kidney surgery like 2 weeks ago, so yeah, I'm stubborn, and it killed me because I had all the parts that I needed to at least get started on it, and I went ahead and did. So I'm supposed to go in this Friday. It's Wednesday right now. I've got to get another scan to make sure that the kidney stones are gone. I had a 9mm kidney stone and a 16mm kidney stone in my right kidney, and they did the whole shockwave thing with sound to break it all apart. They're going to do a scan on me, find out if it's gone, and if it is, then on Monday I get to go in and have a stent pulled out of me. So that's going to be really interesting. But I would love to get this thing out of me because, yeah, it is uncomfortable. So yeah, enough of my life story. But yeah, here's the update, and thank you guys for keeping up. And don't forget to tell me if I should paint the brake rotor. I'm sorry, the brake calipers or not. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave any comments in the messages. Thanks. Bye.